Let me ask you about the comments that Secretary of State Rex Tillerson made that we heard right there. It sounds to me like he's saying the risk doesn't match the rhetoric. What did you make of what he had to say?
Well, he's saying that let's not get everybody all excited about something, because this is a condition that's been building for some time. And for decades, North Korea has had the potential to attack with very little notice and inflict hundreds of thousands of casualties. We've deterred North Korean military adventurism by having our own forces there and by our own strategic nuclear deterrent, and that's still operative.
When you look at what options are available, so much of the conversation centers on a diplomatic solution to this crisis, getting North Korea perhaps back to the negotiating table. That aside, plans have to be underway for military options as well. What's on the president's desk in Bedminster or Washington, D.C. in the Oval Office? How much of this has been gamed out or thought about over the course of these many decades we've been dealing with this issue? Well,
a lot of it's been gamed out and thought about it, but if I knew the specifics, I couldn't tell you. Now, let's just look at a couple of hypotheticals here. Number one is you could try to send in special forces teams to go into caves, find and disable missiles, and locate nuclear warheads. If we did that, and I'm just making up these numbers, your military commanders would probably tell you they've got a 80% chance of getting 70 or 80% of the warheads. So once you initiate that action, and you would initiate it by disabling the North Korean air defense system and command and control communications, if you could, do we think the North would just stand by and do nothing while we're roaming around their countryside, driving vehicles, flying helicopters, shooting guards? I don't think so. So what you would do is you would trigger a general conflict on the Korean Peninsula. There's some 10,000 artillery pieces positioned to bring conventional fires, chemical fires, and even biological fires onto the city of Seoul, which is the major population center in the country, and he has other shorter range missiles with chemical and biological weapons. So that's one military option. The other is just take out the whole country, put in 100, 200 nuclear weapons on the country, hit every conceivable site, use ground penetrating weapons, go in deep, because they've had 70 years to harden their facilities in these mountain ridges and valleys in the north. Could you get everything? Probably not, but you'd sure as heck make a hell of a mess.